What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Reese Davis, Dave Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
One of the most dedicated fan bases in all of sports, Lincoln, Nebraska is home to Memorial Stadium. 85,000 strong, pack it in every time this team kicks it off. Lincoln becomes one of the most special places to watch a college football game. Definitely a bucket list item. Nebraska continues to be one of the strongest traditions in college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Cornhuskers will kick off first, and here we go. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Just smothered on the play. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Handoff again. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop them.
This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. There he goes. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Taking a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. The play in the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20 on a touchback. linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Past the 6. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
I think the coaches sort of got together and decided, hey, on this drive, we're going to establish the run. We're going to be more physical. First 2 plays of the drive are run plays, and both have had success. The players have gotten the message very, very clearly. We have got to come out here, and we've got to win the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. After run, now throw. Quickly out to the tight end. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He's changing the play. They'll send the back in motion. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. To the air, it's Calandria. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The run inside. It's Nelson.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Nelson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Play fake, Julian Say It. They're all over it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Say It. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up with protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Going deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Here's the punt, and it is not a very good one. A short punt. He's going to get loose. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Look out! Breaks into the open. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
The Cornhuskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll run it. It's Nelson. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Got it back on 2nd and goal. And he gets nothing, and this defense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
All right, well, they've been trying to run the football to get it in here. You're right on the doorstep. I like maybe setting up a jumbo formation, maybe going play action, see if you can sneak a guy out in the flat for the score.
After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? To throw, it's Calandria. Touchdown, Nebraska! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Say it. Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the field that well at all. But no surprise, when you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Turning it on. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary.
Now, on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Throw it. Say it. Out wide left, it's Rodgers.
No gain on the play. 2nd down.
And that last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Motion from the wideout. Hits inside. It's Rodgers. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Here comes the heat. He stopped just inside his own 40. They'll mark it at the 39, and it'll be 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
this defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
And the Huskers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The give. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking for a man. It's Calandria. He lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Caught. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Quick give. It's West. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
A little release to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and game tackled.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Say it. Rush is on. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. They drag him down. The 34-yard line, and they said they wanted to force mistakes, and they did just that. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Moves the pocket. It's Calandria. Makes the grab. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
That's a really good break on the football. He sees the ball come out, and he hits him right as he's catching it. Nice job of dislodging the football from the receiver. That's a good play by the defensive back.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Makes a move. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Here's Sayin to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the diving catch down the right side. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And you could tell the QB wants to run. He's going to be a big part of the game plan, and the defense really, really understands that. I got to understand, and more importantly, when I get a lick on this cat, I got to take it. Like, not dirty, not cheap shots, but end of the plays, when I can be physical and really make him feel me, I think that'll always bode well in a 4th quarter game.
He's stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Nice grab in traffic. Gets away from one, finds some space. Breaks free, and he might be gone. The tag into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the 2nd quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the 2nd half.
And they tacked on the extra point. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Running inside. It's Nelson. Just burrowed right into the middle, and this clock keeps running here late in the 2nd quarter. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
And what a great job by the defense here. 1st down, 2nd down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Sets his feet. It's Calandria. Going to try to get it himself. Got a 1st down. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here. Turning on the Jets! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Quarterback signaling to his guys. To the ground, he's got it again. All over him immediately.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. A strike downfield. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Huskers. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Tosses it incomplete.
You want to know why this team is losing? Look no further than this statistic, guys. Their best receiver doesn't have a catch yet in this game. There they try to go his way again. The defense has completely shut him down.
Second and long here. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Third down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Now here's Sayin. Oh, he wants it all. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
Quarterback empties his backfield. Sayed finds his man down the middle. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wants to throw. It's Sayed. Finds the tight end. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Throwing. Say it. Under pressure. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayed takes a hit as he fires. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sayed fires left. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Sayed on the play action. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Run in the red zone, it's Rodgers. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
pushes ahead. He goes down. He needed to get forward to pick up that first down, and now they've got a decision to make on fourth.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Saying to throw for it on fourth. And here's the third interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. The last time they had it, they weren't secure with the football and put it on the ground, David.
Yeah.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. He's going to take off. He'll slide, and it's a good pickup on that one.
Well, I think you're seeing a lot of resiliency from this quarterback these last couple of plays. Got sacked on first down and second in California. And that last scramble, I know it didn't get the first, but it at least makes this third down a whole lot more manageable now. Let's see if he can make a play here and keep his offense on the field.
Making the adjustment. Back to throw. It's Calandria. Fires to the big fella. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Gonna run it. It's Nelson. Crosses the 35. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done.
Man, these offenses that are built for late game situations, when you get later in the football game and you have the lead and you got a guy that you can hand it to like him that keeps making plays over and over again, man, does it start to put a lot of pressure on the defense for them to be super aggressive and bring a lot more bodies near the line of scrimmage.
And they're not on the same page there.
All right, ball was incomplete, but that was a nice job up front by the offensive line. Really nice job of communicating with one another and understanding where that pass rush was coming from.
Long way to go on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Going to take a shot at this DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They were on the move, but two straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. He'll set up to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
That's really good eye discipline by the safety. Great job not getting his eyes lost. It looks like pass immediately. He locks in on the running back. He sees the screen develop, fires upfield, pulls the trigger, and makes the tackle.
This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Looking for space, it's West. He'll slither through and pick up 3 and get it out to the 10-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll ride him again. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. See some running room. Oh, he's got some space. A huge pickup on this play. They finally get him out of bounds, and that is some kind of way to wrap up the third quarter. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. From the gun, it's West. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Looking for a crease. It's Rodgers. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
The Buckeyes are rolling down the field. Handoff from the shotgun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And how are you guys not impressed with this defense, man? They've been so good. They've been all over the field. And they're about to make this a very one-dimensional offense. Like, the clock is ticking, right? And they're down, and they got to get aggressive. Still trying to run the football, but this defense, they've been a brick wall so far.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Got the first down. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The Buckeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Say it. They're all over him. And it's a sack. So after the big run, they tried to hit him with a pass. Would you have gone back to the run there?
I think now, yeah. Of course, now looking back, I'm going to go, yeah, I should have run after you've taken the sack. I like mixing it up. But if my offense is going to sit there and lean on people and we're good at running the football, then don't be afraid to do that more often.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Inside the 25. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Going to the run, it's Rodgers. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. The run inside. It's Jackson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They'll have to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. The ride. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's fourth down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Buckeye. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And every coach in America has a plan for this situation. The first 4 minutes of the game, the last 4 minutes of a game. How I'm going to construct my offense. Most of the time, I got to be physical. Run the football like right here. Run that clock. Get a few first downs, and I can end this football game on offense.
4 wide receivers spread out on 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Left side, it's Nelson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. There he goes. Past the 20. 10. Ripping through the defense. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers.
And how about the tight end showing off the athletic ability? Does a great job in the blocking game. Now, when you need to make a big play in the passing game, you just turn him loose, throw him the football, and he can make big plays like he did right here.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Here's Sayin to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive? And that time, they just can't come up with the completion.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The run to the right. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found.
Well, trailing late in the game right now, the offense obviously needs better plays than that. They took a negative play, but at least the good news is they got out of bounds, so they're able to stop the clock. They've got to dial something up here that's going to get a big play.
Lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Time to take a shot. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, say it. Oh, pressure's coming. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use a timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming. Offense working from the pistol. Smart move to keep it on the ground. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight. Timeout on the field, 2:03 remaining. The defense trying to manipulate that clock and maximize the time with the 2-minute timeout coming up. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Got some green grass. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached the 2-minute timeout. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And he missed it. No good. Missed a field goal, missed a chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Right side, it's Johnson. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. And what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And the Buckeyes peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Still 2nd down, but now the offense is operating behind the chains. Hits inside, it's Rodgers. Might have a chance. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
I don't think the defense was expecting run on that play. 2nd and forever. They were all dropping back into coverage. They got gashed.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Give to the running back. On the move at the 30. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a 1-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the other?
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Say it. Rush right in his face. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. And the quarterback takes a knee. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number one team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were number one, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season. And you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.